welcome back. It's Shelby and today we are going to be making a beautiful glam clock. So the clock face that I have chosen is actually one of these really pretty round serving trays. They look silver, they're not, but they're kind of etched and decorative from the dollar store. So they're $1 and it's awesome. It's kind of perfectly circular. I'm trying really hard not to get the reflection in there, sorry, but it's just a really pretty, great size for a clock, circular tray, and they're $1 at the dollar store. I'm gonna be using some really pretty sparkly adhesive gems, which you know I love, and then a clock making kit. And we're gonna be making a really simple, really glam, super cool and easy to make DIY clock today. I will link everything you need down in the description below, along with my socials. Give the video a thumbs up if you like it. Consider subscribing. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I do love hearing from you guys. And let's get going.
So I am outside and it is a little bit noisy, but I figured the grass is a good place to do this because it can't hurt anything. So I have marked a center dot right in the center of the plate where I want my clock hands to come out of. And I have a giant nail and a hammer, and I'm just going to basically knock a hole through there so that I can mount my clock.
Okay, so I pulled the nail out of the tray, just left with a little hole in there. It's not quite big enough for the clock mechanism to go through. So I'm taking a multi-purpose tool. These things are awesome. Just get the little tweezers together, stick them through there and just kind of puncture it to widen it up a little bit. Since it's already got a hole in it from the nail, it's pretty easy to do. I wouldn't necessarily attempt to punch through the plate by itself. But widening the hole is fine. So just like that, make it a little bit wider. Yeah, that should work. Measure it against the clock face of the mechanism. I suppose I should open this, right? One sec. Okay, come in. Okay, so these come just like this with the little handles, not handles, hands in the bottom of the package. But this part right here, this brassy part, it's a little bit thicker. That's the part that needs to go through the plate. So the plate's gonna be our clock face. So you just have to make it wide enough to fit around that, but not super loose. So that's what we're going for.
So here is a close-up on the hole. So it's nice and smooth because this is the side that I pushed the pliers through. And then I did the same thing on the back, just reversed it and ran it through a little bit just to roll the edges of the metal over a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. Just to make it a little bit smoother because it was really jagged, and now you can touch it and it doesn't hurt. So yeah.
Okay, so the hole is drilled and it's ready to start decorating my clock face. I need to put numbers on there, and instead of actual numbers, I'm going to be using adhesive gems because you know I love these. There is a 4-point pattern on the plate already with these kind of cross-hatched little sections. So I'm going to use that as my 12, 3, 6, and 9, and basically just put the adhesive gems on in the center of those. It's a really easy way just to keep the bearings. And then where the lip is, around here, I'm going to be putting the gems up against that so that they're all equal space from the center, because then it'll look more professional. So we're just gonna pop one on right there for our 12. Just like so. There we go, 12 o'clock. Fun little gem. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to do this without lights or reflection, but that is 12. So I'm gonna pop on my 6, same way. Just put it on. I'm not gluing these gems on, they are adhesive backed, and it's going against a flat, smooth surface, so I'm just gonna trust them to be able to hold their own weight on there. It's not gonna be flexing, it's not paper, it's not fabric, so I think they'll do a pretty good job of staying put where I want them. So I'm not super worried about it. And they are going on nice and easy. I do think putting them against the rim of the plate was a great idea because they just go on super easy. So these are my 12, 3, 6, and 9. Already looking fabulous. And then I do have a couple different sizes here. So I'm actually running low, but I've got small, medium, I've got itsy bitsy ones, and then my giant ones and my medium ones. So I think I will be using these small medium ones for my 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, and 11. So I'm just gonna go in and kind of evenly space them and also put them against the edge of the plate because that's just a little bit easier. This pattern also has like swirling feathers, so I'm gonna use those as my markers. They might not be 100% where I need them to be, but they're gonna be close, and they do look pretty equally distanced from each other and my original larger gems. So it's gonna give me a reference point, but then it's also like pretty much where the numbers should be. So there we go. I'm just gonna add the other ones in there pretty quickly here. That's part of like the best part of these gems. Not only are they super pretty, like they're really pretty and just shiny, and I mean, who doesn't love pretty shiny things? But they are super easy to put on as well because they just literally stick to whatever you need them to. The only issue that I have found working with these is that sometimes you lose the backing on them. So like when you're pulling them off the sheet, they have this little adhesive sticker on the back. And sometimes that will either just immediately come off the gem and stick to the plastic, which isn't super bad in and of itself because you can just rip it off the plastic and put it back on the gem. The only issue I really find is that sometimes it will take a little piece of the backing of the gem with it, and then you've got like a gap in your gem. So it's not super shiny, and like you can tell part of the backing ripped off of it because it's not like, you know, a really expensive gem by any means. I pulled a bunch off and I lost them. Where did they go? I had enough. I think they all like flipped over on me and they're hiding. But yeah, I mean, it's not like the end of the world, especially in a project like this because it is a silver tray, so that backing looks like it's going to be there. But I do try to make sure when I'm using these that that doesn't happen. So we're all done. That is our clock face. Super cute. Look, it's just gems. It is time to assemble the clock mechanism itself. So I'm gonna clear away the gems and we're gonna get that going, and we are going to have a gorgeous glam clock. Okay, so we are going in with the clock. We're going to disassemble it. So basically just, ooh, don't do that. Found it, we're good. Just kind of disassemble the top one, this one, and this one. So we will do that. So basically you just take it down to the rubber housing, rubber washer, put on your clock face, slide it right on there, like that. Pop on this, pop on your hex nut, screw it on. Gonna get my multi-purpose tool out again and just make sure it's on there nice and tight. And then actually I'm going to end up the top of the, I'm going to line up the top of the clock with a 12, so it's gonna hang off this thing. I want that to point up because otherwise your clock is gonna be all sorts of wonky and not ever on time or point to 12, because 12 should probably always be facing up on a clock, right? And then the instructions are on the back. We're going to go in with our minute hand, which is the tiny one, and point it up towards 12. Make sure the gold side is out and push it on really rather firmly. Ow, that hurts my hands. Then go in with the second hand, which is not a circle, it's like a little oval in there, so make sure you get it on the oval. Point that up towards 12 as well. Pop on the little tiny, I don't even know what that's called. What's that called? What's G? G is open nut. So we'll do that. Make that 12 as well. And then it's got a little hole in it, and the second hand completes that. So you just pop that on at 12. And that is the clock. We're gonna pop in a battery and get some close-ups on this, but this is really, really cute. All right, you guys, so I turned off the overhead lights. Hopefully that will help us avoid some of the glare and reflection in the plate. Popped in a battery, set it to the correct time, and here is the final reveal. Of course, we'll do close-ups at the end, but Ta-da! Is this not the most glam clock you've ever seen? I love this. This is so cute. Probably one of my best DIYs. Love the crystals, love the silver tray, love the gold hands of the clock. Like, this is just everything. It's so cute. Hopefully you guys liked the craft or the video. If you liked either or both, go ahead and let me know by hitting that thumbs up. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. Feel free to subscribe if you want to see more DIY craft tutorials, or just hang out with me again. I would love to see you here again soon. Thanks so much for watching, and bye for now. Hanging on the wall, you can totally see my reflection in it, but is this not the cutest? Oh my goodness, I'm so obsessed. This is absolutely adorable. See the little gems. They're just gonna stick right to it. Oh, now you can see the design of the plate, so that's pretty cool. See what I mean about putting the gems up against each one of the little swirls and the crosshatch pattern. Those are the clock hands. But yeah, overall, I am in love with this. Hope you guys like it as much as I did. Thanks so much for stopping by.